And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, who is rested and ready, coming off a bye, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Seminoles offense takes the field to start this game off. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball in quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Pulled and finds his man on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On second down, he'll fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could...
The ball pops out on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground.
Man, this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
And how about the big play by this running back? Nice job running with the football, good balance, seeing where he needed to go with the football, finishing the run. He gets knocked out of bounds, but how about this offense set up now?
Touchdown, Florida State. A great catch and run for 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he's going to bring it out. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will go to work for the first time. And what a great matchup we have of two highly productive runners, David.
And I like the competition aspect of this, Reese. Like, I'm watching what you're doing on the other side, and I'm going to prove I'm a better running back than you. Both these guys are looking.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here. To be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Warrick Dunn, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Second down coming up. From the gun, running back gets to give. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Handoff to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. From the red zone, looking for a man. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When you're
touchdown, no! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. 14, Georgia, 0. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here.
Opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. They'll leave it with him. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Georgia going up tempo.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action at times.
The play action fake. Pulls it in. It's Bryant. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Slips a tackle, but he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He's got it. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality. Here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Noles are threatening in the red zone. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Seminoles. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable.
Oh, look out! At the 30. And stampeding through the defense. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. And here comes the offense on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. Georgia sends out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do.
Makes the grab at the 30. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Florida State. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Buffalo needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Western New York behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 11 to UMass. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Yeah, nice job on the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Fast motion from the offense. Off play action. Caught behind the line. It's Tuggle. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Grabs behind the line. It's Grove. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Keeps it on the bootleg. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the catch. Man, that's frustrating for a defense.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal block on the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On the run, it's Everett. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Makes a nice grab and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the offense on 1st down. From the gun, give on the inside. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Noles want to move quickly. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Safe completion on the screen. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the 1st down here. They'll go back to the ground. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Great move. Now he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The Seminoles have taken it inside the 20. Now from inside the red zone. And the rush will get to him at the 25. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Pressure coming. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the 1st down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a 2nd look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's McCoy. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The offense will quickly use a timeout. They'll throw it on 1st down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Touchdown, Noles! And they take it in for 6 more points. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A 69-yard touchdown drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run.
35, Georgia, 0.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll do it himself. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Athens to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Wants to bring it back. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Quarterback checking off. He's looking to throw it. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll pull it down. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
He's got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. The throw to the outside is complete. Touchdown Seminoles! And the beatdown has ensued. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
The give to the tailback. Squirts across the 30 to the 32. A pickup of 5.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Quick strike complete. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but but that is a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up.
All kinds of running room. Tackled after picking up the first down.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Extending the play. He chucks one out to the right. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Finds his man. It's McCoy. Touchdown, Florida State. And the route is on.
Florida State 49, Georgia 0.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that.
He's loose. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Georgia. And once he got loose, it was all over. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Grabbed over the middle. It's McCoy. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Line getting set on 2nd down. Quickly complete. At the 35, he's loose. He's off to the races. The 20. Touchdown, Noles! And the pummeling has started.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Florida State 56, Georgia 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the right. He's got it. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. A first down for the offense. The snap sets up the throw. And down he goes back at the 3.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Football is about adjustments. First half, line up, pound strong, pound strong. Second half, great job. You're going to move your defense and shift to try to account for that. Boom, we'll pull some guys and run a counter backside and have some success.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Georgia sends out the punt team.
To kick it away. A huge pickup on the play. Coming up, fourth down.
Makes a move. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. Touch pass on the run. Inside the 25. Touchdown Seminoles! And the punishment has been extended. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Going up top on first down. Makes the grab outside. It's close. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. He wants to throw it again. He looks that one in nicely. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Georgia going back to work with another first down. He wants to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Bryant. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Dogs will have it 1st and 10.
And first down for the offense.
He's going to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And the pass is intercepted.
Intercepted by Florida State.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. Offense set on first down. Wide out in motion. Jet sweep trying to turn the corner. And he'll be brought down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defensive line stands on the result of the play. The Seminoles decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Trying to find his man on first down. The sure hand, it's Everett. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in the game and win a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
That's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
To the air on first down. Scrambling away. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down. This is what you're looking for.